Hi, everyone. So wonderful to be here. Welcome. Thank you for joining me this afternoon or wherever you are in the world. So here we are. It's a beautiful new moon in Pisces. Every time is a special time when we experience the moon and the phases. And today/yesterday is no different at all. There's a lot going on astrologically, and I will do my best to remember on my Facebook page, which right now at my Facebook page is Madeline Olson, and then my Instagram is also Madeline Olson. Feel free to follow me there as well. My friends who know me know that I follow a couple of astrologers, and one in particular, and his name is Kapacha, and from New Paradigm Astrology, and he gives, and his cohorts, or his the people that work with him, do wonderful synopsises or overviews of the moon phases and the energies, and explaining what is going on astrologically. But I do want to say first, because I have been posting some things, of course, on my YouTube channel and also on my Facebook page and in my stories about the events that have been happening in Ohio. And the spiritual teachers that I follow have really been putting a lot of emphasis on bringing healing to the waters of the world. I did put that up in my Facebook page about taking some time to send healing to the waters and the land, especially in the states that are affected, that we have had some derailments and chemical spills. It's not just Ohio. There's, I think, about 6 or 7 other states, and it's just ironic that they've all happened kind of at the same time. And it's Texas, South Carolina, to name a few, and Ohio. And, people don't really realize, what does that mean to me? I don't live in those states, so why is it affecting me? Well, a lot of those states actually have farms, and that's where a lot of our food supply comes from. And when those chemicals, spill and come into the waters and into the earth, it will affect our food supply. And this isn't to bring fear into anything. It's just being aware and observing what is going on. And we can't all be there physically to help assist in the cleanup or assist in basically bringing the powers that be that have caused these things and are just kind of trying to sweep them under the rug. That is what this whole evolution is about right now. And the planets don't lie. And we now have Saturn, that has been in Aquarius for a while, is getting ready to come into Pisces for 3 years. And what does that mean? What kind of qualities does Saturn hold? Well, it is a very big planet, and it can come across as a very structured, it does rule governments and places that are trying to rule things. And it's going into Pisces, which is a water sign. And Pisces is very dreamy, it's very spiritual. It is things that are not of this world. So that means to me that the next couple of years, we're going to really be, as I have said before, going inward, looking at our spirituality as human beings. And some things I did take note of what I read about the new moon energies that are going on right now. Some things to keep in mind are that this is a letting go versus new beginnings. And we do, as humans, have a difficult time letting go than we do in starting new things. And some may disagree, and we're all individual here, right? So we feel differently about things, but it is hard to let go of habits, of patterns, of behaviors, of cycles, the things I always talk about. They keep coming round and round and round. My favorite symbol is the spiral. And that is what our life is. It is a spiral. We come back around to things that we continue to try to, we get, I guess, frustrated or upset when we come across something that's happening and it's the same thing. And I've mentioned this before. When we come back around to something, we're like, oh, here we are again with fill in the blank. So instead of responding the way that we always have, we really have to work at shifting how we're going to look at that now. And it is not easy. Absolutely not. But we are very strong, courageous, and brave human beings on this planet right now. And the things that are going on out there in the world, or what I do like to call the matrix, doesn't really, we can let it affect us, or we can observe it and be aware of what's going on, and then work on how we can change, how can we evolve. And that is the letting go versus the new beginnings. New things are wonderful. Whenever someone has the birth of a new baby, it's so great. Or you start a new job, or you're in a new relationship, you have that feeling of joy and elation and love. And then things wane and we get into these patterns. And some things may not work out as we had wanted them to or hoped that they would. And so we have to let go. And that is difficult. And forgiveness is definitely one of those emotions that we need to really keep in our back pocket. Forgive ourselves, forgive others for repeating things that we know we need to not repeat. We are such creatures of habit, and it is a challenge for us to try something new. But I am learning as I am getting wiser that learning something new is the fountain of youth. Always learning something and not staying stuck in a same pattern for so long, which we all have. I have been, we all have. But, this is a time of catharsis. And catharsis is a cleansing, a clearing of something. And we have some planets that are definitely moving and shifting into a new space. I was just reading today that Pluto has been in Capricorn for 14 years. And now it's going to be moving into Aquarius. And Aquarius brings energies of innovative thinking, thinking outside the box, humanity. So that planet moving in there is really, really showing us what we need to look at within ourselves and within the world that we live in. And as some of you who know me know that I'm really starting to get more and more in tune with connecting with our earth, with Gaia, with Mother Earth. And when I do go on my walks, I do stop and pick up trash and give reverence and pay respect. I do stop at the waters and sing these songs that I have learned in some of the circles I go to. And I will put it actually, if I can get it into the description, there is a beautiful song called the Water Song. And it is from a tribe of people that the women have put together and have asked all women that when you come to a body of water, whether it's a pond, a creek, a stream, a river, an ocean, a lake, to sing the song. And it brings healing to the waters. And it is absolutely something I believe in. When we connect with nature, nature appreciates and connects with us. It's always wanting us to connect. So when we connect with the water systems, especially now, it really does assist in what we are trying to do now that's going on here in the United States and throughout the world. All of our waters need healing. We have abused our Mother Earth so much by throwing things into it, and we just expect it to take it and transmute it. And it does, but it can only do that for so long. So this is a call to all to really think about when you're buying something, about when you're throwing something away, where does it go? So I will end with that, and we'll get on here to the 6-card new moon activation spread. But I really want to emphasize that we need to really start looking at how we treat this beautiful planet that we live on. And the more things I post, it really helps me understand how we can help. And I did post this morning this beautiful meditation that a spiritual teacher that I follow did, and it is just lovely. And you can grab a crystal or a rock or a stone and put the energy into it and put it into the waters. And if all of us, just one of the people that watch this video does it, there's so many people around the world doing the same, and I will be doing it. I'll be doing it at my beloved Lake Ackworth. I will be doing it at Logan Farm that I go to. And then I have the pleasure of going to visit my loved ones that live down in Florida and going and doing the same down at the oceans. So just think about that and see if you'd be interested. And leave a comment if you are. Reach out to me on my social platforms and let me know. I'd love it if you tagged me and took a picture of you doing something that pays reverence to our earth, hugging a tree, sitting by the water's edge and just talking to it, putting your love into it. Okay, so enough of that public service announcement to save our planet, because we don't have a planet. Where are we going to live? I don't think Mars is really going to work, people. So anyway, so back to this new moon in Pisces. So it's a wonderful time for us to set intentions for the upcoming cycle, the next 3 to 4 weeks. So setting intentions every new moon, I've started doing that in the past couple of years, and it really does help me stay on track with the things I'm trying to cultivate in my life. So we are going to do the new moon intention activation spread. It's 6 cards. And I'm bringing back my beautiful Goddess Power Oracle deck from Colette Baron Reed. I was using the Goddess deck for the last year when I started doing my lives on Facebook for all the new moons. And then I took a little break. And to be honest with you, I had accidentally left 2 of the cards with my partner and was like, I just don't want to do the card pulls without those 2 cards, even though, you know, it would have been fine, but sometimes I can be a stickler, some of my old ways, right? So let's see what we've got here for this new moon. I did a little singing and chanting and drumming to cleanse the space. I have asked our beautiful guides and the creator and our ancestors to be with us at this new moon card pull. It's a lovely, beautiful it's a spring, almost spring day here in Georgia where I live. So it's very deceiving. We know how this goes. We think, oh, great, it's springtime coming, but we're still in February. So it's kind of a fall spring, but it's so beautiful. The birds are out here singing, little chipmunks running around. Okay. If you would like to, just close your eyes and ground in with me and take a couple of deep breaths to bring us into this space together. Deep breathing is something that really helps us kind of bring us back to the now and to release the day. And I have found myself lately holding my breath, so please take deep breaths anytime you think about it. Thank you, goddesses, creator, ancestors, angels, and spirit guides, for revealing to us what we need to know at this beautiful new moon in Pisces. Thank you to the elementals and to the waters for assisting us in our wisdom, the wisdom that we will see here this evening. All right, let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's get this one that's kind of hidden back under here. Okay. Alrighty, so the first card, let's see what we've got here. Absolutely. We have got some fantastic, I am loving it. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The goddesses are here communing with us. So the first card is our quality of intention. What do we need to know? What is the quality of our intention? Right? Thanks so much for joining. So the first card is the beautiful goddess Iris. She is the goddess of communication. And so what is the quality of our intention? Well, it's communicating to others and to ourselves what we really want to create now at this new moon, what our intentions are. So Iris is telling us, and it's come up reversed. And let me actually just take a little gander. That's card number 23, because in this card deck, if it comes reversed, Colette Baron Reed actually has given a different, it's the alignment message, message. So you're facing a moment when communication between you and others may have become disconnected. Perhaps people are withholding information from you or are not being clear about their motives. Now, this is for the world, and this is what's going on now. We are not being told truths from the powers that be. Now is the time to ask for clarity and to get clear yourself. If you're sitting on the fence and are ambivalent about your direction, say that. Your alignment task is to say no to playing games and no to coercion, manipulation, and covert intentions. Take a straightforward attitude. Don't be afraid to hear what might disappoint you. Be clear and demand the same from others. The messenger goddess Iris knows the importance of clear communication, and she urges you to speak up for yourself. If you've come from an environment, family, or cultural history where you had not had a voice, this might feel like you're yelling, but that's all right. Times are changing, and now is not the time to be shy. It's okay to feel awkward or flustered, but the goddess Iris brings her powers of clarity and says it is your turn to be heard. So gather your courage. Gather your courage. The people who are important to you in the long run will listen and witness you, and then you can engage in positive conversation that leads to a heartfelt solution. Even if your voice feels untrue and comes from a victim mentality, you must still speak what is inside you in order for you to heal or change it, or to find a way to the real truth. Let yourself be heard, and the great goddess will send strong teachers and wonderful allies for you. Now, I just felt so called to read that whole alignment message from the goddess Iris, because that is what is going on. That is what is going on right now. We are not being told truths about the things that are going on out in our world, out in this society. So our intentions are to be clear, to speak up. And if we don't like what we're hearing, ask questions. If you don't like the answers you're getting, ask questions. Demand a real, honest answer in whatever capacity that something is speaking to you right now. Okay? This is a wonderful time for us to set these intentions to move forward. So the second card is, how do I co-create from my most empowered self? And it is the beautiful goddess Benza Ten. How do I co-create? And that is realizing that we are beautiful beings here. That we are not going to let those feelings that we have had subconsciously put into us, that we are not worthy, that the only way that we can get ahead in life is by being a certain way and doing a certain thing and saying things a certain way. We need to rely on ourself, on what is our true self, on our true beauty that is inside. Listening to what we are telling ourselves that we are enough, that we are worthy, and that we are beautiful no matter what. We have been given all of these labels and things to carry around in this society, and those are not for us to carry any longer. This is an evolution that we are going through right now. We are evolving into a new time, a time where there will not be labels. Well, where color does not matter, or sex does not matter. So it is a slow uptick, but we are starting to see that, hey, I am not that label. I am not that thing that you put on me. That is not me. I am beautiful. We are beautiful beings here. Okay, so that is how we co-create from our most empowered self, is seeing who we really are. Not any labels, because we are one. We are one with Source. We are a piece of Source. We are powerful beings. You can create and co-create anything that you want in your life. It is possible. The third card. What action do I need to take to ignite my magic? And this is the beautiful Spider Woman of co-creation, and she came out reversed as well. Co-creation, getting together with groups, introducing yourself to new people, new friends, creating these circles of people that are open to coming up with new ideas and new things. Not just the status quo, not just the norm. How can we think outside the box together? How can we co-create together? This is a grassroots movement of this evolution. And that is supporting your friends, supporting your friends' small businesses, sharing things that you enjoy and sharing it with others. These earrings I'm wearing right here, These were created by a beautiful indigenous friend of mine. And I met her in a group. And she started, saying, hey, I do this bead work. If anyone is interested, absolutely. This is beautiful energy right here from a beautiful being. And that is co-creation, and that is supporting people, supporting artists, right? I'm doing that. You guys know that who know me. So what action do we need to take to ignite our magic? Supporting and co-creating with others. The fourth card, what do I need to do to co-create my highest good? And it is the goddess Hecate, the goddess of the in-between, and it came up reversed as well. Now, that one I am going to read from because I know the message is going to be a strong one and how we can co-create for the highest good of all, right? That means no negativity, staying positive and joyous in our co-creation and our intentions. So there are times when you find yourself stuck between worlds, unable to go back to the way things were and afraid to move forward without knowing what you're facing. This indecision can be crippling, but you can't stay forever in the in-between. The goddess Hecate offers you a sacred alignment task. Make a move. It doesn't matter if you stumble or fall. After all, you can always course correct. Bring love to the part of you that is afraid and that has lost faith. Remember, you are not alone, as the goddess Hecate will not abandon you in the dark, nor will you remain there for long. Consider as you move forward through life the sacred challenge of trusting the magic that makes this world and your part in it sing with meaning. Don't be afraid to step into the dark. The goddess Hecate will raise her torch and show you the way out. And that is it too. Don't be afraid to take these risks, to jump and move forward. I mean, I'm doing one, putting up this YouTube channel that I was using for just videos for working out and watching spiritual people. And I'm going ahead and doing this. It's not pretty, it's not perfect, but I'm doing it. And you can do it too. So don't let fear keep you from the things that you want to try. Put love in there, and it will keep you on the path of moving forward, of trying new things. So the fifth card is, what is the potential outcome of my intention? Now remember, we are setting our intentions for this new moon. So what is the potential outcome? And it is the beautiful goddess Saraswati, the goddess of mastery. And how wonderful is that? We continue to communicate and co-create and support ourselves and others, and continue to do these things that we may be afraid to do. And we can master those things the more we continue to work on them. And not letting society and the old ways keep us from doing these new things. We are supported by these goddesses. We are supported by Saraswati. And she is telling us that we can master anything that we put our minds to and our hearts to. So the last card is, how, if at all, do I course correct to be in better alignment with my intention for the highest good? And it is the beautiful goddess Danu, the goddess of assurance. And she too is bringing in that energy like Saraswati of, you can do this. This is something that you can master. This is something that you already know how to do. It is about trusting ourselves. So remember to always trust yourself, to trust that intuition. So going back through all of these energies coming in at this very powerful new moon here, because we've got planets moving and shifting into Pisces and out of others, there's just a lot shifting right now, and that's being shown out in the world. But we can learn to communicate and stand up and speak up where we are not really getting the answers we need, or we feel like we are being told lies. We can use our inner beauty and our beautiful worthiness to know that we can co-create and lift others up as well. And that beautiful goddess Hecate is there to guide us through when we feel hesitant, when we feel that we can't do something or we're afraid and that fear comes in. She shines that torch of her beautiful light, showing us it's okay. We can walk through and maneuver through those shadows. And then the goddess Saraswati is telling us that we can master these things. And Danu is assuring us that all will work out for our highest good if we continue to stay on that path. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I always like to look at the bottom of the deck. So we've got Mama Quocha, the goddess of water, which is what Pisces is. It's the water sign. It's ruled by Neptune. So we've got this beautiful flowing water energy coming in. So I hope this card reading has brought you some comfort, some wisdom. Please feel free to like this video, to share it, subscribe to my channel if you like. I do these card pulls every week. And of course, I will be posting on my social media as well. But I am so grateful for you being here at this time on this planet with me. And I'm grateful to be here because we can continue to work on staying positive and knowing that the hills and valleys and the roller coaster ride is for us to stay strong, courageous, and brave through these times, and to question things that don't seem right to us, and to always remember beautiful Mother Earth and Father Sky, because we are that conduit. We connect the sky and the earth. And when we bring ourselves into alignment with both of them, it's a beautiful thing. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I appreciate you listening and letting me just bring in some things I've been hearing lately and how we can come together as humanity and bring harmony and compassion and love by honoring ourselves, honoring others, and honoring this beautiful planet that we're on. So I'm sending you so much love. I'm sending you so much peace and sending you courage, and to know that you're not alone and that we are all here together. And the more that we realize that and work together, the more this planet will thank us for it. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful week, and I'll be back next week. Take care.